someone who cares for kids. I'm a peace-loving woman. I volunteer. I donate to charity every single month. I pay my taxes, and I'm not a threat to you. And I give you every right to dislike me, to not agree, to disagree, and to all of that, but not to legislate and to change the Constitution. That's the only difference I have. I think there's room for everyone on the planet, and in a peaceful, loving way.
You know what it is?
What is it?
You know, you call it anything you want. That's not the big problem.
What they're saying is just don't call it marriage. You know, to be whoever you want to be with, but don't call it marriage.
That's not all that they're saying. That's not all that they're saying. Because you know what, personally, I don't care about getting married. Personally, I don't. I don't care about it.
Right.
However, what concerns me is that when you open a door like this for discrimination, it's not. But it's not written that way.
But it's not discrimination.
But the proposition is not written that way, and that's why I'm voting it down. Because if it was something that was just saying, "Oh, change the word," that'd be different.
I don't have.
But it's not.
I don't have you on the
You know what it is? This is
I respect that.
Children are not going to be taught in school.
Yes, they are.
Yes, it is.
They're not going to be. Listen, let me tell you something. I have heterosexual parents.
Yes.
There's no one else in my family that's gay.
Right.
I happen to be a wonderful,
Absolutely.
wonderful woman,
And we love
I
you.
think
Seriously.
there's room for everybody
Yes.
on the planet.
Absolutely. We have.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care about that. I don't care who's for it and who's
You know
against
what?
it.
You
I
know
just
what it
don't
is?
want to legislate.
You know what? We love everybody.
From a religious
Believe me.
standpoint.
No, it's not religious even.
It is.
It's no. It's for a man and a woman. This is what we call marriage. We're from Sweden, for example.
Right.
Very liberal.
Are-
We have. Can I finish?
But are you
Can I finish?
citizens here?
Yes.
Okay.
I actually hear you. I would agree with everything you say, except for San Francisco judges overturned what we already voted on that. The people of California voted
Yes.
yes. And the
It's
people
four judges.
they're supposed to let. They're not supposed to. They can't even. They're from San Francisco. Judges are supposed to just legislate.
Yeah.
They come in and they just are like a referee. They overturned what the people voted. That's the problem I have with it.
And I understand that, and I
You know,
think
people
the
already
thing
voted
is,
for it.
I think there's room for
But
everybody in the
can I
sure.
say what I said? Yeah. So in Sweden, we do have, you know.
Exactly. Take lots of
1%
pictures.
Of,
They're calling the police to come
1%
monitor.
Right.
Okay. Take lots of pictures.
This is what they wanted, right? 1%.
I'm not.
So
I don't have you on here.
1% doesn't. The problem is in Sweden right now, there are more divorces than ever before. There are more single parents than ever.
I was raised by a
I
single
think-
parent way before
Yes,
the whole
no, no.
thing.
Can I finish? No,
Sure, but I think
you know
that's
what
a
I mean?
bogus
We
argument.
I think we're breaking down the original intent of what marriage is between a man and a woman.
That's religious.
Having-
That's based in
Can
religion.
But
that's based in
finish?
religion.
Can I-
Yeah, but it's
I'm trying-
religious. And
But you know what? I'm
church
trying
should
to
be
talk.
separate.
Let you talk. Let me talk. Right?
Sure.
Okay. I'm not.
But God came up with me. You're saying it's not religious, but it is.
If it's not religious, you know,
God came up with
LA is we all know, it's a very liberal city. That's everybody knows that. In downtown Los Angeles, where I work, at the courthouse, and I'm a logical thinker. On the courthouse, Moses is standing on the front of the courthouse holding the 10 Commandments. Even in Los Angeles, every law we have is based on. Now, why do we have murder? Why is murder wrong? Where do we come up with that? It's a biblical law. They all came. Every law, not in America, in the world, came from a form
So
of
do you
religion.
believe I'm going to hell, that I'm an abomination?
I don't believe you're going. I believe you have a right
No,
to
I
choose where
believe
you
you
where
can
live.
But wait a minute. But wait a second. In one respect, okay.
Depends what you believe it with
But
God
but see, this is the
We're not
problem
judging-
with
no, we're
having
not judging
religion
you.
and then bringing God into it. And this is my point, that when you bring God into it, there are many beliefs and many religions, and theology and religion should stay out of
But
it.
why do we have in God we trust on a dollar bill that we use every day?
Yeah, you
can't
know what?
separate.
That's
We're
and that
founded,
goes
though,
back
on-
200 years,
on-
okay?
right.
And
We're
all
founded on
I'm
that.
saying is, as a species, we have evolved. We continue to move with time. If we want to live back 200 years ago, we can do that. I don't believe I'm an abomination. I come from a very conservative,
think you're
right-wing,
God made you too,
Republican
just like
family.
Okay, God loves everyone.
think
He
you're
made
right.
So
us.
if God loves everyone,
And you know what? He made you too, just like he
sure
made
he did.
And he
But
made
here's
you
what
a
I
dog.
said.
She did, or it did, or whatever
But
it
here's
is.
what I
The
said
bottom
about-
line is, I
about what
think
you
that what
said.
happens is we separate ourselves from each other.
Some things change.
And I feel that that's terrible, because you know what? If your child, here's where I say there's one color, and it's the color of red. And that's the color of blood. It's not Republican, it's not Democrat, it's not yes on 8, it's not no on 8.
Right.
If your child needed something and I was the only person there, I guarantee you'd have me at the head of the line. And all I like to see is for people to say, hey, look, I wasn't taught to be gay. I didn't ask to be gay. Quite
I don't believe
frankly,
that either.
it's an easier life to be a white heterosexual. That's the
I don't agree
ticket
with that.
lately,
That's changing.
okay?
But
changing.
you
It's
know what?
And I
popular.
hope
It's
it is
popular.
You know what it
changing.
is?
It's very
And the
popular.
bottom
If
line
it's not
is,
I'm getting more attacked for being like this than you are.
you shouldn't be attacked.
I'm getting more attacked for.
You have a
standing
right.
up.
You
know
have a
what?
right.
Everybody has
I'm
their
more
right,
attacked
and
than
you
you
know what
are.
I mean. We should not be attacked for our views.
No,
We should not-
absolutely
but
not.
listen, what I want to
I
say
like to have
about the
conversations
gay, you know
about
what,
it.
What I want to say sometimes, because I have two.
Because
kids
marriage
in
doesn't
school.
threaten anybody. If I
You
go
know-
get married and
you
I
know
have
what? I have
rights,
two kids in
doesn't
school,
threaten
right?
anybody.
I do not want-
We believe it's a covenant. It's a covenant that God, a sacred covenant. So if
But
we
that's
believe that,
religion, sweetheart,
that's
and that can be
No, but
practiced in
this
your
is our
church. Wait a
moral
second.
values.
But that's not
But this is
government.
us.
But
This
that's
is what-
not government.
That doesn't
And it's
matter.
not
What is the
legislation.
dollar bill
This
is
is what
government?
we
The dollar
believe.
bill is a federal
Yeah, and you
bill
know
we
what?
use
When
every
people
day.
said, why don't we just say we
They wanna
trust?
take that out.
People freaked out and said, what if we just say we
tr- yeah,
trust?
so don't you feel I want you to feel my plight? Don't you feel that?
Listen, I believe in God and I pray every day of my life.
So feel my plight. Don't we feel like
So, I
everything?
mean, I'm a good Christian
You know what?
So we
woman.
feel like everything
I-
we want is being
We're
taken
not
from us.
against
Every
you.
right that we have. We feel they want to take her out of schools. In God we trust off the dollar
Fairness
bill.
Act.
Moses, everything we believe in, we feel like is getting raped. So we want to stand up
But
out
you know
here
what? Let me
and
ask you
hold
something
this
though.
and
But
believe.
here's
They're
what I
standing out here,
understand.
we can stand out.
Sure, absolutely. See, that's the problem is everybody can stand up, but don't be angry with each other.
No, we're not
I'm
angry
just
at all.
passionate.
Let-
I'm passionate.
And passion is fine.
We're not
And
angry at all.
here's what I say. Practice
You're
it in
fair-minded.
church.
I like you.
Yeah, and look,
Okay.
I was brought up Catholic. I don't practice Catholicism anymore because there's certain things I don't believe in.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
You couldn't vote against and be in your church.
Okay?
You know?
So here's the thing. I just think if there's really something that's threatening and is against and changes your way of
What?
life and discriminates against you,
But it's not discrimination.
No. It's
yes?
discriminating
No.
against our
no, but you're
No.
feeling as though no on 8 is
No,
discrimination
we,
against
you,
you,
know, all we
right?
want, it's not
Do you
gonna
feel
be
that it's
called
discrimination
marriage.
against
Here's
you?
also the last thing on it. That right there, if I walk up to that, that's a tree. The definition of a tree is it is what it is. Marriage from the beginning of time is a union between a man and a woman. So how arrogant?
Biblically speaking.
But from
No,
the
from
beginning
beginning
of
of
time.
time. This is what we- everyone
What
cultures.
about Darwin and the
All
origin of
cultures.
species? What about people that do not believe in creationism and believe in
And they can have every
you know,
right to
I mean,
believe that, but
my
they just
point
can't be
is-
married.
But that's according to your religion.
You can call it anything else
It's
you want.
according to the
You know what
world,
I
the
mean?
world
You
from
can
the
have
beginning of
same
time.
rights.
There's
But
something
that's
you're right. Here's
religion.
where you're right, though.
It's religion.
Some things are worth changing.
It's not.
Gay
But it's
people,
religion,
black
and
people-
church
black
and
people
state
couldn't
should
vote,
be.
right?
Yeah, but you
That was
can't
wrong.
take.
We
You know
need
what
to
it is?
change
You
that.
can't take religion out of state completely.
No,
because
I
we're founded
understand
on,
that.
you know,
I
we're
understand
founded
that,
on.
but you
This
should
country
not
was founded on-
legislate from that platform.
But
No,
do you agree this
there
country was
was
founded on
judges
religious
who
principles?
overruled-
A guy drove by and flicked them
My
off.
forefather said you can't even call yourself an American.
I
not
saw
call
that.
yourself a Christian. This was founded on Christian
got two
nation.
fingers.
If you go to
Oh,
India,
you got
you're
flicked
going to
off
respect
twice?
their customs and their religion. If you go to China, you're going to take your shoes off at the door. This is America.
I take the shoes off at my own door. I
Yeah,
live around the
do too.
corner.
So what I'm saying is we're a Christian nation, and we accept all religions. We have the right
And
to
we accept
to
yours.
Sure you
pray how
do.
we
You know
wanna
what I
pray.
Look, here's my point to that. I'm not going to come into your church
Right?
and say to you on Sunday
Freak
that
girl.
you have got to allow me whatever.
We're not saying you
Hold
got
on,
to.
hold on, hold on.
I
No.
can choose.
Okay? And if there is
It's a
a
choice.
choice, then you cannot say yes on 8 because you cannot say there's choice and yet say this is solid in stone
the
because
people
you
voted.
contradict yourself with
But
that.
people
People voted.
voted. It was 4 judges to overrule.
That's
That's our point.
Hey, Monday.
Right?
Hi,
You know what I
Monday.
mean? Do you understand that?
You-
But
we
you know
could
what?
go back
That's
and
Four
forth.
judges
and that's the
Cisco.
but that's the system
And
we
that-
live in.
But you know what? That is not right. If people voted,
But we all
we
get
have
involved.
democracy. We say that 60 against 40.
But
or
that's
50.
what allows you to put the
You know what?
that's what allows you to put proposition on.
I understand,
That's what
but
allows
judges
everybody
should
to
not
change.
overrule after people already
Judges have
voted.
voted time and time
I know,
again.
but
That's
it
what.
shouldn't
But it happens over and over again, and we're so selective. They can overrule when it suits us, and we don't say anything. But when it upsets us, then we want to change it. And all I'm saying is, it should be across the board. We should not be selective. And say, well, they can overrule it here because it pleases me. But when they overrule it over here and I don't like it, That's when I say it's wrong. And
but
you know,
who
I have
encourages
two
it, you know
friends.
what I
I
mean?
have